First of all, let me say that this is not a paid review, and I have not been given monetary compensation for reviewing this book, although I don't think it really needs to be said, but it's there. So some of you may or may not be familiar with Tim Pratt's work with the Tales of Pathfinder books. I know I wasn't familiar with them, but they're essentially tales that take place in the Pathfinder world of Golarion. Now, not all of them are from the same author, and each author has its own set of characters that are in this world that the books will follow. This will be a spoiler-free review, so feel free to watch through it in its entirety. In this case, Liar's Bargain, we initially follow a rogue type named Roderick and his magical talking sword that spews forth ice, named Hrim. Right off the bat, we're thrown into an interaction between the two as they hide from a group of people that may or may not want them dead. The tone for this duo is set very early on, which is nice for those who haven't read any of these books before, and especially anything from these set of characters. So that was a nice little touch. The pace of this book is blistering, with almost no setup between ideas, but on the bright side, it is action-filled. The descriptive nature of the books leaves more to be desired in the action and setup sequences, but that's an object of my bias. Character interaction is okay, and it fits the pace of the book. As such, there's not much character progression that happens as the duo meets other characters. You get a sense that this isn't a book where you expect that to happen anyways, so it's not as much as a disappointment as you might think. It's also a very short read, taking anywhere between 3 to 5 hours to finish for most people. I did get a chance to check out the sample audiobook, and I would recommend it if you enjoy listening to those. Overall, I would say it's an okay to good fantasy book that delves right into the action with very little setup. The characters meld together very well, if only for the short-lived sequences that they interact in, and while the plot isn't very complex, it isn't a boring one. It's also a good read for some ideas that might fill some gaps in your campaign. If you're a Pathfinder yourself, you'll enjoy hearing about places in the world of Golarion. And there's also a glossary in the back with location descriptions and the like. So there it is. Overall, probably a 3 out of 5, maybe a 2.5 out of 5. Again, I am used to reading Brandon Sanderson's works, and he's very descriptive, very thorough, and I like his character progression in those books. But again, completely different breed. This book it knew what it was about. It's very short, to the point, action-packed, and it has details about the Pathfinder world in there. So there you go. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone.